What's he doing? Recording me now?
No.
Oh,
No,
I'm
no,
messing
you're,
with
ready
it.
to.
you're not gonna do it
You're
now.
getting ready?
You can talk about each one of your kids. Something that's unique about each one of them.
Well,
Are you recording?
Rick was really my leader. And no one, the other kids really didn't think he was. But, you know, he was. He was quiet. He could be loud if he wanted to be, but he never got loud, you know. He just was, he was a good kid. And he kind of showed them the way, especially Mike, and Mike and him are still really close. He's done things with Mike that I didn't even know about. You know, helping out and stuff, and so he was the kid that I could, and Mike is next, and he was kind of the same way. I could put both of those kids someplace, and I knew when I come back that I would have them in the same place. They would still be building cars or whatever, or watching TV. They loved the lady that had the mirror,
Oh.
and both of them. And they were always right up by the screen. So they could do it. And then, of course, my Jared. What anybody could think about, he thought about it and did it. He could climb. Oh my goodness, that child could climb. He went from like he was like 2 years old, and he'd push a chair over to my counter at during the while we were living at in the Quonset hut there on campus, and it wasn't a big place, but he learned that if he wheeled that around there, he could get up on the counter and he could walk along the counter over my stove, over and the next thing I knew, he's on the refrigerator. And I told everybody, you can come in the house, but the chairs will be down on the floor. You have to pick it up and sit in it. But when you get up, you have to lay it back on the floor. And one of the girls that was helping me make the sandwiches and stuff, they all thought I was nuts. 2-year-olds don't push chairs around and get up on the thing. And this one girl came in and she needed mayonnaise or something for the sandwiches, so she went to my closet that I kept that in, and to get the thing out, and of course didn't lay her chair down, and when she came back, he's up on the counter. So from then on, she told everybody, believe everything she says. I saw him do that and stuff. And then, of course, anything that Jared did, Scott was going to do right after him. And stuff. And, of course, he blamed it on Jared.
Jared did it.
Scott did, because he was going to get in trouble if he didn't. By that guy that lived down the street, that Jerry and him were really close. And Scott has always said if we'd stayed there in that house, Jerry would have been in prison. Because that kid, that's where he ended up, was in prison.
Mhm.
And stuff, you know, and they threatened him because they wouldn't get in much trouble if Scott was with them, you know, and stuff. And then, of course, Sandy was the biggest surprise. I was expecting another boy and stuff, but when I got her, it was really something. I could buy dresses now and hair ribbons. I didn't know what those things were. You know, after 4 boys, I thought, this is something. And then I thought, okay, have one more for her and so that she can have a playmate. And then I got Timmy too. And from the time he was little, he was Timmy too. Because everywhere his brothers went, Timmy too went. And I'd say, he'd get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to practice with them and stuff. And the coaches let him come. And then he got so good running there because he was beating all the guys and stuff. And the coaches would say, are you going to let little Gissel beat you at this? So they were always trying to get ahead of little Gissel. But Timmy too could do it. Just about anything. And he never knew a stranger. Ever in his life has he known a stranger. He'll talk to anybody, anytime. And I learned that the hard way, kind of like things I learned with Jerry the hard way, because he takes off and is talking to people, and then he ends up in the thing and we can't find him. Elaine and Don are there, and we're going in different directions because he was right there. And then all of a sudden, I hear, I've got a little boy up here, was in J.C. Penney's. I've got a little boy up here, and he says his mom is missing. I knew immediately who it was because he told them his name and everything, and they knew his whole life.
That's funny.
By the time I got up to get him, and that his mom was missing. Yeah. So that's.
Did you plan on having?
I have been the luckiest mother in the world
Oh, we always kidded Tim and said,
because I got those kids.
always told you we had 4 boys and a girl and a mistake. We always tried kids.
That's what Dad kept saying. But it wasn't. I was gonna have a girl, but that didn't work out. God had other plans, and that was fine with me, especially after I got him.
Did you know you were going to have a big family?
Not when I got married.
Oh, yeah. He told me when we were gonna get married, he said, we can't have just 2 children because he'd lost his sister. And it was terrible on him and stuff. So we've got to have 3. So we were kind of going for 3, and then I got 3, and
And Scott and
4 was pretty good. And I thought maybe it might be a girl, but I wasn't really looking for it to be a girl. And it wasn't. I mean, he went